WBTV News This Morning starts right now.
It's 6 a.m. and we have exclusive video from a hostage standoff involving a young child. The child held in a bunker for more than 36 hours now. Also this morning, we're looking at the aftermath of yesterday's severe storms. There's still some flooding problems in our area as snow falls in the mountains. School closings and delays as well. We have team coverage this morning.
Yeah, we're going to get to those school closures and delays right now, John, as you said, because of the snow and severe weather from yesterday. Take a look at the updated list. Allegheny County schools closed, as well as Ashe County, Avery County, and Watauga County schools, and just in Mitchell County schools, just reporting in the last few seconds, they are closing schools in that county today. Let's begin our team coverage with meteorologist Al Conklin live in the First Alert Weather Center.
Yeah, it's a combination of elements involved in the mountains where you've had yesterday's rain, of course, the flooding, the debris, and now it's wind and cold and snow that's falling up there. We've had a few light showers that have crossed through the metro area. Those, however, have dissipated, and so there's no rain to track right now, but we are tracking some snow showers here. You can see this is Boone at the top of the screen. Some of those snow showers even making it out into the northern foothills with a winter weather advisory and a high wind warning for the mountains today. Meantime, our temperatures continue to cool. 42 at Lake Norman, 44 Howling.
Incidents to report at this time. We didn't get a chance to see the roads, but again, there we go. A little bit damp, but no problems to report at this time. Christine and John, back to you.
All right, thanks, Tanya. Right now, the floodwaters are receding in Boone. That's where the worst flooding was in our area. Shelters are open this morning for people who are displaced. This morning, we know close to 100 people are spread out across 2 shelters. Take a look at this new picture that was sent to us overnight from Appalachian State University. This is Durham Park, folks, on the campus of the university there, and you can see how bad the flooding was there. Nearly a dozen roads were closed yesterday because of high water, and officials tell us they conducted multiple water rescues. You're going to hear from Steve Odesorge coming up here in less than 30 minutes at 6:30. John?
And of course, today the cleanup process is going to be beginning for people who had trees fall in their yards during the storm. Some even fell across roads. Falling trees caused most of the power outages here in Mecklenburg County. Our team coverage continuing now this morning with cameraman Ron Lee, who is live in West Charlotte. So, Ron, as folks are heading out this morning, are there any roads blocked by debris that you know of?
Good morning to you, John, Christine. Well, I did call the CMPD overnight, and they told me that their reports are that all the roadways are open at this point. There is no problem. All that debris is picked up. Now, what you're going to be dealing with this morning is a little bit on the windy side. There is some pretty severe gusts out here. As a matter of fact, I want to go ahead and bring you over to a second camera that I've got set up, and you can see old Glory out there. Just a couple of seconds ago, she was waving in the wind pretty well, but it has been 12 hours since this storm hit, and the wind is still whipping it up around here. And these winds did come with some very serious damage late last night over in East Charlotte, as reports came pouring in about limbs hitting the ground, the street, and even the neighbor's backyard fence. Work crews pulled out the chainsaws and started going back to work very quickly, but people in the area are just happy that everybously okay.
All right, Ron, thank you. And at one point last night, nearly 9,000 customers in Mecklenburg County were without power, but crews worked furiously overnight to restore power. WBTV's Ashton Martinez live in Charlotte this morning with an update on what crews were able to do overnight. Good morning, Astrid.
Good morning, Christine. Last night around 11 o'clock, about 7,300 customers were without power here in Mecklenburg County. Now, by 12:30 this morning, that number dropped down to 2,000. I can tell you that most of the outages were in North Charlotte by North Lake Mall. Now, the mall didn't lose power itself, but the shopping center across the street did. Businesses had to close early last night because they were in the dark, and neighborhoods and homes were also pitch black. Trees that fell on power lines were mostly to blame for those outages. Now, here's a current look at the outages of the area. Take a look at the numbers on your screen. They've dropped significantly. As you can see, Mecklenburg County has just over 1,300 power outages, and there are just about over, I believe, 1,500 outages here in Rowan County. Change live in Charlotte. Astrid Martinez, WBTV, on your side.
All right, thanks for that update, Astrid. And our coverage of what was left behind from the severe weather will continue throughout the morning. Don't forget to download the WBTV weather app on your smartphone. You can get mobile alerts whenever watches and warnings are issued right to your cell phone.
And this is new from overnight. A reporter for News 14 Carolina in the hospital this morning after being hit by a car while covering last night's storm in Charlotte. Charlotte. Charlotte observers reporting this morning that Caroline Vandergriff was standing on a sidewalk at Kenilworth Avenue and East Moorhead Street when two cars collided, and one of those cars apparently slid and hit her. She is expected to be okay.
Well, right now, we are 37 hours into a hostage standoff involving a little boy who was kidnapped from a school bus in southeast Alabama here. As we told you yesterday around this time, the boy is being held in a bunker behind this church. Our Raycom affiliate in Montgomery obtained exclusive cell phone video as well from a neighbor of the suspect. Take a look at this. The video isn't great here, but you can hear the hostage negotiators actually screaming at the suspect. Take a listen.
Yeah.
Police say the man in the bunker kidnapped the boy from a school bus after he shot and killed the bus driver. We're going to have a report from the scene this morning coming up at 6:40. Well, happening right now, a motel destroyed by fire and slowly damaging 3 homes around it. We're going to have live pictures for you coming up. John?
Well, during cold and flu season, priority number 1 is a flu shot. But have you thought about how you should be cleaning your home? We're going to tell you where to start to prevent germs from spreading. That's coming up at 6:45. Of course, WBTV always on your side. You're watching WBTV News this morning. It's 7 minutes after 6 o'clock.